So I like to talk about football because I think football is a great game as well. I personally prefer football more as a fan than a player, and that's because I'm absolute dog water at football. But the Mental Mechanics FC journey, can I expect a Darvel Cup run in the future? Is that on the cards? Like, is that an aim?
We're on it right now.
If the Logan Cup counts, then yeah, you can. Yeah.
I'm there. Where do I get pink flares? Because I'm keen for
Oh, anywhere. Just internet's a great place.
it. So how does it go? Like, do you have this now? Like, I think a great example, as you said there, you like season one compared to where you are present day, and that is a different thing. So, has your attitude has to shift with the team as well? Like, as you get more, I don't want to say more serious into the football, but I suppose that's kind of as more people expect more stuff from you is probably a fair thing to say. How has that changed for yourselves now?
Honestly, I don't think that's the part that's probably changed. I don't think. I think
Oh.
I would say for the expectation of us as a club anyway, I'd say has remained the same.
Mm-hmm.
Performance-wise, obviously, it's changed in football. We now expect. Like last week, I think we were showing up. I mean, I kind of thought we were like the whipping boys last year. I think we sort of all accepted it, but still, we got a few wins. But obviously, they felt brilliant last year because we were so far and few between. Was this I wouldn't say we expect to win, but we'd expect to compete with any team we're playing just now.
That's good.
So
How is it for you, John, as well? Just getting that change coming into the club.
Yeah, like I think last season, as Josh said, we were like known as the whipping boys, and we would kind of ship a lot of goals. And I think we did. Me and Josh kind of sat down at the start of the season when we kind of took over this year, and thought like, obviously, like that's taken a toll on a lot of the boys' like mental health, like in a sort of way, like you don't want to come to football because it's going to make you feel not make you feel worse, but like there's going to be detrimental impacts. So we were like, what can we do? So we got a manager in, and we've done like some scouting for a manager, and just try to like get a bit more like kind of competitive within our team. And I think it's done like we've only done a couple of things like introduced training once a week and got a manager, and we've seen exponential like changes in our like form, and that's had a lot of impact on people wanting to come back. Like as Josh said, we were struggling to get 11 boys some week, but now we're kind of at the 19-20 mark, and I think that is because we're winning and competing a lot more, and people want to come back rather than being like, oh, it's another 5-6-0 on the hands, like why am I going to turn up for that? And it changes your mindset, and I think it makes people feel a lot better about the football we're playing and why we're there.
Yeah, training's definitely been the big one, I would say, for me, especially even just in terms of the club atmosphere. Like last year, not having it, we'd play fives now and then, which obviously helped people become familiar with one another, become friends. But having the training sessions made, especially with quite a lot of new players in, just gelled everyone as a team so quickly. And obviously that helped the mental health atmosphere in the club too, because straight away you're trusting these people, you can talk to them. Like the chats you have on the training ground with people is just like your day-to-day life. So that's definitely helped, not just performance-wise, but just as a club as a whole. So I think that's one thing I think we should have probably done from the off last year, looking back on it.
Because we were all about communication, and I think training isn't just about playing football. It's about being around someone that you would like. Sometimes on a Saturday, you turn up for 90 minutes, get changed with them, and then leave, and then you never see them again for the next like 2 weeks. So the training is just a time for people to speak to each other and get to know each other and understand like a little bit more about each other. And I think that's helped so much with the team because we've got 20 people at training every week, and then that transpires into the game. So it's so much better for us.
And like you said as well, getting 20 boys, it makes such a difference as well because if you have that same 11 core boys, you don't have hope for something. But so I come from a team at rugby where we were very much the same as you. It was an old club that was sort of falling down, and there was the same sort of 6-7 really trying to keep it afloat. But eventually, like you say, you're turning up with 7 boys, you're getting like thrown about at the weekend, and you're like, this isn't great because as fun as rugby is, or as fun as sport is, when you win, it's more fun. That's just the way sport is. So when you get those 20 boys together, I think I'm actually going to bring this question in now. Is it just the case where obviously you have to register players in that, but like how do people, if they want to come and either play for the Cans or support the Cans, how do they get involved with the club?
Obviously, because we're quite active on social medias, we've got your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We've got a website, which I mean hasn't been updated, I don't think, since maybe October 2020, maybe if you're lucky. But like that's got a direct link that you can fill out a player form to inquire to play for us. So we still pick up the emails from that. So, but then so just contact us via social media, and then anyone that asks to play will be allowed to come down to training. Like training is the one thing we've always said. You can obviously only sign 30 players for the club, but training will remain open to whoever wants to come. Like anyone, any level. If you want to play football, you should be allowed to play football. So training will always be open to anyone.
Yeah, 100%. We're an open book in that terms. Like, I think, as Josh says, like, we're not going to say no to anyone, no matter what your level. We've got like boys that come down who know they're not going to get in the team, but just want to come down and train, and it's fine enough. We're happy to have people down there just to kind of get you amongst other people. And like, you might be suffering from mental health, and you might not want to tell someone, and us letting you come to training and speak to a few other people might just help you along the way. So as I say, we're never going to be like, no, you can't come to training.
I love it. That's great. And then what I think is the future for you guys is definitely the expansion. Because like you say, as you keep getting these more boys, as the word keeps growing, because you guys, like you said, you're getting write-ups in the Times and things like that, or you're at least getting attention from the Times. If, like you say, if these things don't get published, then when they did, or they're getting published like that, you're still getting this attention. The word's growing. And obviously, like, you guys are actually quite well known around Edinburgh now. Like, you've got a good cult following going up. I'm a proud supporter of the page, like you said, social media. I think I've got them all. Do you have plans for the expansion? Like, are you looking to try get, like, do you have sort of like, I hate the term 5-year goals because they get a bit cringy and it turns into like some sort of Instagram, it turns into a Pinterest board before you're not careful. But are you guys sort of looking at the expansion? Because I think what would be really good for you guys is like a fives team or something like that. It's like, if you say for these guys that are just like, I'm going to play football because it's a bit of a laugh. I know I'm not in control of my own legs. It looks like when I'm playing, but we can just get the boys, like, get them 5 shirts and just send them off to that place down the back of Sight Hill. Not sponsored. No. On the no free clout. Not sponsored, but down the back of Sight Hill on a Wednesday, because I like that. That was our go-to for a Why Not Wednesday. Just do that to get the sweat out and feel a bit more confident on Sagala shapes on the dance floor.
Justify going out.
Yes, like, it's a long-winded say. What's the expansion plans for mechanics? Like, what's the growth looking like?
Honestly, so we had this chat last year. I think our goals then are very different to what they were now. I mean, this time last year we were talking about getting a team bus. that was in our discussion of the goals. But like, obviously, right again, from that was very early on into the season. I think that we've already seen we do not need a team bus. In terms of expansion, I don't think it's something we've ever really thought about. I don't know. I think it's just something you've got to take as it comes. Like, getting up the ranks in the amateurs is probably our one aim, I'd say. But also, I think the aim is also just the overall aim of the club will always be creating that environment where anyone feels comfortable to talk to anyone about anything. So, like, the football will always be secondary aims to us, essentially, as long as that the environment in that club remains. So, yeah, we have a 5-year goal. I don't know if we have a 5-year goal, but like rising up the amateurs, I'd say would be our performance goal. But like, as long as if that doesn't happen and we have still successfully done what we aim to do of creating that environment, then I think we'll always consider this a success.
Yeah, I think the second team, as it were, even if you're talking about fives, it's an idea for us to move forward. But like, as I say, we don't have the actual numbers if we were going to do that. But like, moving forward, it's something that we do like have the level of commitment from boys. I think it's something that we could easily kind of look into. But at the moment, I think one team's more than enough for me to book training pitch and all that for. Like, I don't think I think I'd be dishomed if I had to take any more responsibility for that.
We'd have to fundraise probably every week. The cost of booking football pitches nowadays.
The 20 km walk just becomes the second training session of the week.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have to get. You've got some good stash there. I feel like there's opportunity for a Refuse to Fail logo on the shoulder there. So
there could be. So we're actually going to have these for sale. That's the main reason I'm wearing it just now.
I love that.
We're going to have these and some of the home tops for sale just to raise some money as well. So they'll be getting plugged soon.
Class. Well, you've got one less now because I'm officially putting a pre-order in for mine.
Right on that wall behind you.
Mate, I'd take the Mecca. I was at work I was working from home the other week, and I had a New England Free Jacks rugby top on. I completely forgot I had a call. So last minute I fired on just like a sweater because it luckily had a collar on it. So everybody thought I was wearing a shirt with a collar on it. I was just wearing a rugby top underneath. So there you go. Excuse to wear it from home. Sophisticated Q-zips always go do very well.
Hey, thank you for listening to this Clips episode on YouTube. And then if you want to hear the whole podcast, you can find them on Apple or Spotify, as well as the full video version on this YouTube channel, alongside all the other great content we produce on a weekly basis. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you again on another Clips episode or in the full episode podcast. Tweet us, tag us, let us know what you thought. All the links are down in the description. It means the world that you guys come and support us, so thank you very much.